Welcome back to another episode of the Blockrunner Podcast. I'm your host, William, always here with your co-host, Iman.
What's going on, dude?
On 6, we got TJ.
Hello.
All right, we're back, another week. A lot of stuff happened this last week.
Yeah, man. Rip Ralph.
Yeah, Ralph is dead.
Maybe.
Jeff, what's his name? Jeffrey?
Joffrey?
Is it Joffrey?
It's got a G, not a J.
Yeah,
so
but
I'll say Joffrey.
I'm sure it's Jeffrey.
Or Jeffrey? I don't know. Whatever, dude. That guy, the Ralph guy, he definitely pulled off one of the fumbles of all fumbles of recent times, right? Because, we made a couple of videos leading up to this event.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it was a shaky foundation to begin with.
Because of the approach of like tokenizing on behalf of somebody.
Well, so lots of things, right? So let's explain what happened. So Ralph is a tool that you can connect to Claude.
Yeah.
And Claude's from Anthropic. It's LLM. You use it to do a bunch of stuff these days.
It seems to be getting better and better, more capable.
Yeah,
right?
So this is like we're teetering on the edge of AGI at this point.
I think so. Yeah, they just released a constitution.
Yeah.
The company Anthropic. And within that constitution is like an outline of essentially like principles and values and morals to be upheld for this AI they've constructed called Claude, in the hopes that, as it continues to mature into its like context awareness,
it'll refer to this constitution.
Yeah, it'll actually utilize it and not choose to
ignore it. Yeah.
Yeah, and form dominion over our species. It's like hopefully.
Yeah.
Let's put it out just in case. Right?
And so the creator of Anthropic, he was at Davos at the World Economic Forum. And he was talking about how AGI is probably 6 to 12 months away.
Yeah.
And the guy from Google, I forgot his name, but the guy from Google, he was like, well, we're probably going to get AGI by the end of the decade. So in less than 5 years.
Yeah, whatever. 5 years or 5 months. I mean,
the point is kind of the same thing.
Yeah. Should be preparing now for that time horizon. Seems Ray Kurzweil was right. He predicted 2029 like 30 years ago.
Yeah. If he's off by a year, like, he's still got it. We'll give it to him.
He's the GOAT of predictors.
Yeah.
Right. And then the 2045 singularity prediction, probably seemingly accurate.
So what is the singularity again?
He describes it as like a 1000x. It's where humanity and technology like actually merge, like at the biological level.
Okay.
But like it's like a 1000x increase in human intelligence. 1000x. So like humans are 1,000 times as intelligent as we are today because of AI and technology. It's like actually integrated into our like biological
What's the
system.
point of having humans 1,000 times more intelligent if there's nothing to do, right? Like what do we do with that?
We figure out some new thing to do, I guess, because we're so smart. Right? We're just too dumb to figure out like what's next beyond,
I guess so.
Beyond Roblox. There's got to be something else out there in the universe for us to conquer, right? It has to be.
Yeah, people are saying the metaverse word more often these days.
It's becoming more and more obvious. We've been advocating that all roads lead to the metaverse, and that like a lot of these Davos conversations where people asking like Elon and all these AI tech founders like, okay, we see you disrupting our economy that we're here regularly talking about, and we see you displacing human purpose within like the labor markets. So then what is this new purpose for humanity, right? And none of them really have a good answer. Like, it's like, yeah, AI is great, but it's not perfect. That's kind of like the summary. So it's like, yeah, well, we'll find out.
Well, part of what the Anthropic guy was saying was that once we start looping the AI to start editing AI code, then we got AGI, and it's a runaway effect, and you can't really stop it.
Yeah. So again, then it self-iterates, self-improves, and then it starts to kind of like maybe make autonomous decisions on how to like make things more efficient across the board. That makes our role in that's what we've been doing as a species since the beginning.
We have, yeah.
Like that's been like our underlying momentum.
Yeah.
To figure out like the efficiency problem for life.
Yeah, I mean that's how we're getting trillions of transistors in a small space to create faster computers and more efficient.
Yeah. So we're done, right? So then purpose, what's left? So it's like it's got to be in the virtual space, at least least to me, that makes sense because I have personal experience of actually forming purpose in a virtual simulated environment. So
yeah,
if I could do it, then I don't see why that's not like mass scale applicable across the,
Well, part of that is the argument that we're in a simulation.
Yeah.
So if we're in it, it seems likely that we would be creating more simulations.
Yeah, it's not obvious, and that's not something that these big tech guys are proposing. I don't think that's like an attractive answer.
No, it's Ready Player One.
Yeah, it's like, we're gonna solve all economic issues here on Earth, so they're all just gonna play video games essentially.
Yeah.
And
everyone lives in like shanty towns.
Well, no,
with like headsets.
We're supposed to be all living in mansions, right? Like AI,
according to Elon,
like abundance.
Yeah,
we all live in an abundant state, but again, it's like, what do we do with all this abundance and super intelligence around?
Yeah, I assume that there's going to be something to do. I mean, there's always going to be problems. I just don't know how much human effort is going to be solving those problems when comparing to AI.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's like AI for a while until we catch up at the singularity moment, and then we're like as intelligent as these robotic beings.
Yeah.
Then we go to war. I don't know. But circling things back to Ralph.
To Joffrey.
Yeah, and Anthropic, right?
So Ralph is a tool that that loops. Like you're creating an app, and like typically today, if you're vibe coding, you're like, make this edit, make this change, add this feature. And like you're kind of waiting for the AI, you're chilling, it finishes, you review, and then you kind of go back and forth. So Ralph takes that and loops it on itself.
Yeah.
And so it became pretty popular.
Without the meme, like just fundamentally as like some new primitive for AI builders, right? Like
I shared it.
It's a valuable methodology.
I shared it with the team before it became a token. I was like, hey, this is cool, guys. We should probably use this.
Absolutely. And if you paid attention to the AI Twitter, not crypto Twitter, there's a lot of mentions of it also, like, helping their processes, right? So
yeah.
So it's one of the rare occurrences where, like, okay, some token was created in the crypto economy that is actually proving some real world use, right?
Yeah.
It's like associated. Now it doesn't have any utility, right? It's not like you need this token in order to like access this looping mechanic.
No.
It's literally just a creator coin spun up with the intended purpose of essentially adding additional value to the person who invented this methodology.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a little bit of a sentiment rally synergized with like, creator output.
Yeah.
I don't know. Creator capital markets, right? That's been the thesis.
And it worked. I mean, it funded Joffrey to the tune of like $200,000 to $300,000.
Yeah. Over the course of a few weeks.
Yeah. I mean, I remember you shared a tweet January 5th. He was like, what is this? What is this token? I don't have anything to do with this. And then I saw a tweet after that. Bagzap said, I sent you a DM.
Yeah.
And then that's when everything, I was like, okay, I get it.
Yeah. Finn got into the DMs. He's like, just say you like this stuff.
Yeah.
just claim it. I hope he should have said to like never sell it, because I mean, these guys are coming in completely blind. They don't understand like the culture of crypto.
Yeah.
They don't understand like the intricate
nuances. Hold on. There's some confusion, at least on my part. It's like, how did he get Ralph tokens to begin with? I didn't think he had any.
Yeah, that's not part of the shtick here, right? Like traditionally pre-creator fees, like Dynamics, Pump has their own, Zora has their own bags. It was all about you launch a coin, then you bundle your own percentage of the supply, right? And like that's your monetization mechanic. It's like get to a high valuation.
Yeah, start clipping. Yeah,
sell. But that's not like good, right? So it's like, okay, let's direct some fees, a portion of the fees, to some creator who's trying to do something. And so it's in hopes of they wouldn't go to the legacy approach to monetize their effort, right?
Yeah, which is dumping the token.
Yeah, because it's bad for sentiment. It's just bad, I don't know, economics all around. So, yeah, I don't think BagZap facilitated that supply that he self-bundled, basically. I don't think so. I think it was just like a decision on his own earlier on enough. He's like, I'm going to convert some of these earnings maybe to like a significant token holding.
Okay, yeah, it makes sense.
I guess.
If he bought his own tokens and he sold it.
He locked it up, I guess, himself, too, because they were like vested.
Oh, okay.
But like
that makes sense.
For like a few days.
Yeah, they were vested, not from like a smart contract perspective, more like I got you, bro perspective.
Yeah, somebody must have, maybe it was Finn or somebody in the community must have gotten to his DMs. Is like, the best thing to do is like, you know, lock up some of the tokens yourself in this like, you know, other app that lets you do that, and then tweet it so that, you know, the community feels like, you know, you're in it for the long run. But nobody checked, I guess. It was like
it actually locked?
7-day lockup period.
Yeah.
And he was saying, it's like, hey, yeah, I have like 3 other unlocks. It's like, at least I didn't wait till all my unlocks and then dump on you guys. He said that. It's like,
yeah, he did say that. Yeah.
It's like, I only clipped out my first unlock. You know, be grateful.
Not only I clipped out my first unlock before it actually vested, though.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't even vested, completely vested.
Right, yeah. Like, basically, I could have fucked you guys way harder than this, but I chose not to.
Yeah. Honor me.
Yeah. And that totally backfired. He's like, you know, keep the hats on, basically, with that tweet.
Yeah. So when we did our video, it was at 5 million market cap, and then, like, I don't know how long it took, but it went to 50 million.
Oh, it was like within a week, within a few days, it rallied because it the narrative and the meta that was forming around it, it had some credibility. It made sense. It's like, wow, there's a renaissance of,
yeah, it's just like a new business model for independent creators.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, the act of creation is becoming ubiquitous because of these new AI tools and systems and such. It's like, it seemed like a perfect pairing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the monetization capital aggregator value of Web3 connected to what's being produced in, you know, Web2 land.
Right.
And it was working, and like it felt like the market was kind of understanding. That's why the price was going up.
Yeah, and he was shilling it pretty much every day.
Yeah. So it was like, we might be onto something, right? And that's why we made our videos, and it's like, this feels like early NFT days, because we kind of went through that too.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like this Web3 native technology layer now is like hooking into like legacy creators, artists,
yeah,
game developers, whatever. It's like, that's new. I haven't seen that in crypto.
Yeah.
And like in the early days, it felt very experimental, super risky. It's like, even to us, we're like, dude, no way anybody's gonna buy this digital slop art.
Yeah.
This is pre-AI.
Yeah.
It still felt sloppy.
Yeah.
Right? But people were like spending a lot of money on this stuff coming into Decentraland and like hanging it up on their walls.
Yeah.
You know, they were really proud of this stuff.
Yeah.
And like within a few months, Beeple happened, and NBA Top Shots happened, and, you know, X, Y, and Z things happened, and it became the biggest thing ever. Right?
Yeah, to the tune of $50 billion in volume.
Yeah. So it's like, we were wondering, it's like, damn, this might be the beginnings of a repeat of that, right? Yeah. I don't think we were alone in that sentiment.
No, not at all. But
because vibe coding isn't going anywhere.
No, it's not. It's exponentially getting faster. If you guys don't understand what exponential means, you should look it up.
I don't think many people do, dude. And that's one of the things. It's one of the things Ray Kurzweil says. It's like, that's why he's able to make these predictions, because he understands exponentials.
Right.
Like most people don't.
Yeah, exponentials is very difficult for anybody to understand, because we live what feels like a linear life, right? Go to sleep, you wake up, you kind of repeat, and like that's about it. But exponentials is like going to sleep and waking up faster and faster every day. You do that.
Feels like that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Does life like naturally feel exponential to you?
Well,
but it's not.
Yeah,
it's obviously not. It's very linear.
It feels linear, and so it's very hard for our brains to really comprehend what exponential means. Yeah. For example, I remember asking Fitzy, if I give you $1 million today, or I give you a penny that doubles for the next 30 days, which one would you take? And everyone typically takes the $1 million. What they don't know is that if you double a penny for 30 days straight, you get like $30 million or something like that.
That would be bigger.
Well, I mean, that's a penny double for 30 days.
Yeah, but that paints the picture, right?
Yeah.
You just need to wait 30 days and you 30x your get.
Yeah.
But then a day after that, and then a week after that, we're talking billions.
That's right. Yeah.
So yeah, it's difficult to understand, but
yeah. So, but that's like one issue. So he clipped out, 200 grand. So I think it's okay to sell your tokens, right? The way that he sold them, probably not okay, right? But the problem is he sold like 300 grand worth of tokens, and it went from 50 million to 3 million.
The market cap.
Yeah, the market cap. Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
So that means that there's no liquidity in the pool.
Yeah, so that's a potential like infrastructure problem, I guess, right? In some sense, like the platforms need to somehow facilitate more liquidity injection over time.
Yeah, the sense of signal is that you can't actually have any runners in this space. Because if you do, and if someone has any reasonable supply, they're just going to wreck the entire chart.
Yeah, and in this case, it's the creator himself. In most cases, it's like these
snipers,
sniper bundlers, whatever you want to call it. People who just get in early and then they like architect this narrative and this like community marketing approach to amplify this meme coin, and then gets some value, chart nukes.
Yeah.
We've been seeing that happen over and over and over again.
Yeah, so what you're going to see is, okay, we got a all-time high, 50, 60 million. The next one runs, it's only going to get to like 6 million, and it's going to dump, and then it's just like a...
Yeah, so what does that do? It disrupts confidence, right? In the market, like big time. And we were going to make more subsequent, like follow-up 20-minute videos, not necessarily about Ralph, just about,
the space.
The space that was forming in real time is because of Ralph's ability to rally and become a runner, right? Similar to like AI 16Z and virtuals and AI season 1.0.
These are $2-3 billion tokens.
Yeah, they ran.
And they don't have any fees going to the creators.
Correct. Yeah. But the result of that was this like pretty massive ecosystem of like AI iteration. It didn't last long, but it was there. We were covering that explosion for a month or two. Yeah. And then music stopped. Like all things in crypto, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, it felt like a resurgence was coming. I mean, fast forward a year from then to now, I mean, the capabilities of AI has dramatically increased. I mean, it's insane how much progress has been made in a year.
Yeah.
To the point of, a year ago, I remember a lot of like theory crafting around, agent swarm type of use cases.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that.
Quickly realized like the AI wasn't at the point to actually, none of these swarm concepts actually could produce anything of fruitful value.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're at a point now where that's not the case. I think you can actually orchestrate like a real agent swarm to do really like impactful things.
Yeah, about a year ago, we were looking at these swarms, and I was struggling with understanding like the point of a swarm when each agent within the swarm had the same capabilities. So I was like, well, what's the point? Like, I don't understand. It's like, yeah, you can have multiple of these things, but what does that really do? And so now the idea is that you want to nerf some of the capabilities to make some of the individual agents cheaper to run, so that you don't have like a super genius AI multiple times doing mundane tasks and then complex tasks, because it's not very efficient and the cost would be too high to do that.
Right.
So you want a swarm with different capabilities so that you can optimize each one's efficiency.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so long as, again, you can orchestrate this pool of like individual talent essentially to...
Yeah, and that's starting to happen now, right? Yeah. And it's looking like it's kind of working.
100%. And that's why it feels like we're at the cusp of some major breakthrough, obviously, across the board, but more so like some resurgence in crypto's role within all of that, right? Especially like at the transactional layer.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, maybe there's like ownership implications down the line for these like individual agents, and then you can kind of like own them and then have them participate in different like little economic activity loops, and maybe they'll be earning because of their contribution, and you get a residual payout from that. And that's all facilitated through crypto rails, right?
Yeah.
Stablecoin rails, X402, whatever, right? Like there's a lot of development around this idea. CZ's over there in Davos right now talking about this very thing. And he's saying like crypto, the big breakthrough you guys should expect, world leaders, is, crypto will be the payment rails for AI. And you just don't even know it yet.
I don't know how that's not obvious.
I don't think it is. We're barely figuring out that that it's disruptive to like banking, and to the point where they're like laughing and rich, like ha ha ha.
Yeah.
You think Bitcoin's like serious? Ha ha.
That's crazy. If you're like an old school banker guy, like a boomer banker, and you think that AI is going to use banks,
let's find that clip. Actually, I think Brian Armstrong deserves a little clout here.
Yeah, I mean, he was basically getting laughed at with the things that he was saying.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, I give Brian Armstrong some criticism, and a lot of people do, and CZ, but they're out there like actually fighting the fight. Like they deserve a little applause. Like they're out there with the big wigs, trying to defend the name and the honor, I guess, if there's any left for crypto, but there clearly is. And they're going to have to deal with the brunt of that type of reaction, because the banking institution sees the threat clearly.
Yeah.
Because of you could see the reaction from the Clarity Act and how the banking institutions, they don't like the idea of like any competitive edge.
Sharing their yield with humans, other humans.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck? Like, let's not pass that,
Right.
Here's the clip. Let's see. Just go to Brian Armstrong's Twitter account.
Okay. All right, we're going to see Brian here.
It's your favorite guy, dude.
I mean, he's out there killing it.
That's what I'm saying. We got to give him some praise, don't we? It's like a little bit of a channel our energy a bit. Here he is.
As kind of sacrosanct. People think about our current financial system as kind of sacrosanct and it's the only way to do it. But, if you study the history of money, really it's got created in like 1971 when Nixon went off the gold standard in the US, and we currently have the system where most central banks don't have any link to a hard commodity underneath. I think fiat currencies are going to continue to exist for a long time, but we're also seeing the birth of a new monetary system that I would call the Bitcoin standard instead of the gold standard. And in the crypto space, that is a return to sound money and something that is inflation resistant, because democracies around the world, once we came off the gold standard, are struggling to balance their budget. They're all running deficits, and it's caused inflation in fiat currencies. And so there is a real segment of the population that is looking for a new system based on hard money.
Yeah, I don't think this is a video.
No, it's in the crypto. It's in our Discord, the right video.
Yeah, it's not any one of these.
Maybe not.
Oh man, that sucks. You should have retweeted it.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't want to.
It's like add fuel to the fire.
Yeah, he's like, he doesn't want to step on any toes, right? He's playing politician, which you got to do these day and ages, I guess. Unless you're Trump, you're like actively trying to step on some toes, dude. You don't give zero fucks.
You got the mightiest military on the planet.
That's true. Coinbase doesn't have that
yet.
Yeah.
Power projection, dude. It's everything.
Yeah.
Bitcoin doesn't have a money printer. The supply is fixed, and people will go to it in times of uncertainty, kind of like they did with gold.
Sorry to say that I trust more independent central banks with a democratic mandate than private issuers of Bitcoin.
Private issuers of Bitcoin. You have world leaders not understanding technology that's like 17 years old, dude. I feel like that's kind of unacceptable.
Yeah, but he's on a yacht, He's on a yacht. He's eating like...
Well, bust out your tablet and read up on the new money, dude.
I got goose livers to eat, I got foie gras to munch on and fucking fungus of the tree. What do you call that stuff? It's like those black molds that rich people like to eat.
Caviar?
Truffles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, things I've never tasted, but I heard are quite tasty. Like that's what's on the minds of these legacy finance folk. Yeah, they have no idea what's in front of them. And so the second half of this video is like Brian Armstrong actually trying to elucidate the
really
situation.
the biggest thing here is that people laugh. Like, listen to the laugh after Brian Armstrong speaks.
A very useful word, but
Bitcoin is a decentralized protocol. There's actually no issuer of it. So that's in the sense that central banks have independence. Bitcoin is even more independent. There's no country or company or individual who controls it in the world. And so, anyway, I think it's a healthy competition because if
healthy competition, that's hilarious.
Did you feel that laugh, dude? That was like $1 billion just came out of his throat. Like, spilled
Definitely
out.
Rich man laugh.
Yeah.
I think that's it,
people
right?
can decide which one they trust more. And I think it's actually the greatest accountability mechanism on deficit spending. Bitcoin doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's what I mean.
I'm continuously disappointed by like our
Yeah.
higher powers here.
Yeah, I mean, you get upset by like a Twitter troll, right? Imagine going to Davos and like this billionaire banker is like laughing in your face, telling you nonsense.
Yeah, that banks are gonna continue ruling the world.
Yeah, and you got to somehow hold it together and like not laugh back. It's like, yeah, it's a good job, Mr. Armstrong. He's it's
Yeah.
luckily there's a handful of actors in our industry who can actually put on the suit and still
Like read.
yeah, like actually pull some weight around and not make this thing look like a total joke, right?
Yeah.
This industry of crypto that's like so clearly
I feel like there's got to be an age cap for any world leader. Has to be like 45. That's the oldest you could be.
the oldest.
The oldest you could be is 45.
What the hell? Wow, what's wrong with 50-year-olds, dude? What do they do?
Yeah, there's some good 50-year-olds.
Yeah.
Well, I think there is a kind of like an elastic point in like a lifetime where you're kind of set with your understanding of how the world works.
For sure.
And you're not able to comprehend that there might actually be something better after you spent the first 45, 50 years, getting accustomed to the way that things developed into. And like this exponential change is just not suitable for like this inelastic mind.
That's yeah. You might be onto something. It's true.
We got a real problem, dude. Like this is, I don't know. It's just disappointing, like completely.
What is like the whole thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
We took that laugh personally, dude.
Did felt that one, dude. Yeah, I mean,
Well, it's just it's more of an indicator of like the state of things. That's my commentary. It's like people are so just like unaware.
but that's how it's always been.
Yeah, but it's unacceptable, dude. That's my point.
Right,
It's like
right, right.
there is no reason you should not understand how any of this stuff works.
Yeah,
Especially if you're going to be on a panel with like a crypto expert named Brian Armstrong, you should probably ask ChatGPT, tell me about Bitcoin and how it works.
true.
Come on, dude.
But my yacht, though,
The yacht doesn't prevent ChatGPT from working, so come on.
No, but it allows me to just like warp reality a bit, where I can just say things.
Yeah, this is what I mean, the complacency like state of mind. It's like I don't need to worry about anything. Banks are going to continue ruling the world, so
Yeah.
I don't need to learn anything new.
Yeah. So again, shout out to the Titans, I guess, who are fighting the battle against the institutional finance sector to kind of let them know, what's ahead, what's on the time horizon. In the same fashion of like, AI leaders are out there trying to put some urgency out there amongst the planet, like, adjust,
Yeah.
adjust yourselves for what's coming.
Yeah, brace yourselves.
Yeah.
You know what it remind me of is that interview with Bill Gates back in probably like the early 90s,
Damn.
where he was they were interviewing him about the internet.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That was David Letterman,
Yeah.
or maybe something else. Yeah.
Yeah, and they were asking him, was like, what do you mean people are going to use a computer to communicate with each other? Why don't you just pick up the phone?
Right.
Like
Right.
you can't send a
Yeah.
mail. What's wrong with that?
Yeah. Or like he was explaining the internet. It's like you're gonna get like all your information from the internet, and then
Instantly.
yeah, he's like, have you ever heard of radio?
Yeah.
Does radio ring a bell, Mr. Gates? It's like, yeah, I don't want to hear this mumbo jumbo, dude. I'm locked in. Yeah, you're right. I'm damn near 60.
Yeah, right.
I'm locked in on life. This has been my experience the whole time.
Yeah, there's no way this is gonna change.
I'm not interested in your digital life. You know? Fuck all that noise, dude. And then what do you know? All these like show hosts are being, outrated by some random creator on YouTube.
That's right.
Yeah, imagine championing radio.
Yeah. But yeah, in the 90s, it was probably like, okay, because it was still like a big thing. Howard Stern was on the air,
Yeah.
pretty massive back in those days. But yeah, it's like, even like today, it's like championing television. Like, it's a dying breed. Like traditional media, like holy uselessness.
Yeah.
The only people still clinging on to that are literally like the boomers.
Yeah, correct.
Once they're phased out of existence, then there's no legacy media anymore.
That's what I'm talking about, dude. Let's phase them out.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe 45 is it, dude. Like that's retirement. Your contributions
are completed.
In there.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go away and let the next generation swoop in and, adjust.
Yeah.
Rapidly adapt to technology's frequency.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but this is part of like the problem is like not taking any pause to realize that the pace of technology has like outpaced human capacity, like human awareness and human biological structurings and stuff. It's like we can't keep up, so we need to refactor like everything.
Yeah, there's like some anxiety waking up in the morning, like getting onto the computer, because I know it's like something is popping off, some sort of AI tool that's like going to change the world, and like I gotta like look into it and I gotta learn and figure out a way to implement it somehow.
Right.
And like it's every day, dude.
Yeah.
It's exhausting.
I thought you would have loved that.
No, I
was like,
I was gonna say that sounds like your jam right there.
Yeah, that's like your dream of all dreams, dude. It's like every day I can upload a new floppy disk into my Matrix little plug here. It's like I know Kung Fu now.
Yeah, I guess it's being on the learning curve all the time, every day.
Yeah, I mean, of course that's exhausting. Fucking A, dude. Yeah, at some point you just want to be done, right?
Yeah.
45. You know?
It's true. You got a few years left, dude. And by then, because according to Bill Gates, he says like within 5 years we'll be back in the dark ages or something. Talking about Bill Gates and predictions.
I wonder what he means by that. Like we're just like starting fires like outside and painting on walls or what?
That's probably a little bit prior to the Dark Ages. This is like painting on walls, cave paintings and shit. but yeah, it's somewhere between that and where we are today. It's somewhere in the middle, basically. But yeah,
what does that look like? How's that? What does that look like?
I mean, everybody's just like eating porridge and like stale bread.
Like, it's more medieval than
medieval times. Like think like 1400s.
Yeah, but okay, think of medieval times, but with like robots walking around.
Well, he's implying like the robots won't be coming, guys.
What?
Like we'll probably self-destruct before we. That's my interpretation of his.
No way.
Dark Ages. That means like we didn't pass whatever test. It's not a Turing test. It's like a human intelligence viability test or species viability test. Whether or not we self-nuke before we get to like this golden age of like basically the singularity, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess Bill is predicting we won't pass that test, and
no way, dude. He's an optimist. No way. That's what he's saying. No way.
He said it.
No. I know he said it, but that's not what he means.
That's not what he means.
No, that's not what he means.
What else could that imply, dude?
I mean, Dark Ages doesn't sound good, right? That's not an optimistic thing.
Robots
to say.
Walking around is not related to anything that happened in the Dark Ages. It's like. We don't have our tech.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
he must have misspoke. There's no way.
Maybe it was like misquoted. That's what the internet does, right?
Yeah, that has to be it, dude.
But I think it's more leaning towards, it's like a political thing because, there's a lot of, Trump hatred at the moment because of his like posturing and his grandstanding and you know, his positions on like, I want to absorb the earth basically.
Yeah.
And he's going to Davos and like telling it straight to everyone's face. It's like, you know, we formed this alliance with you guys post World War II when you were much more like productive, I guess. But these days we don't see the benefit of like, you know, funneling you billions of dollars. And we're talking about NATO specifically. Like we don't see the value in funneling you billions of dollars all the time. And, you know, so we're probably going to stop doing that. He's literally saying that, especially if we're going to stop doing that if you don't support our like efforts to capture Greenland. And there's a lot of pushback to that. They're like, you know what? I don't really like this guy anymore. He's kind of a bully, you know? He's kind of putting us in a corner here.
Yeah.
Right? Because, yeah, us European nations, we're kind of dependent on this United States, like, you know, resourcing, but we don't want to be like coerced into, you know, surrendering territories.
Power projection is very powerful.
Yeah, it's pretty effective, I would say.
And I don't think you want to be on the other side of that line when it comes to the United States. I think on average, you're going to trend to be on the side of the United States, even though you don't like it.
Yeah. Well, that's what Trump is saying.
I think he's right. I think
it's like you should stay on this side of the line, no matter what it is we decide goes, right? Because it's to your benefit.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah, but typically people don't just come out and like bluntly say that to your face in front of a huge audience and at the World Economic Forum, right? It's pretty weird. You don't see that every day, right? So the reaction is like, holy shit, this guy he's a threat. Like, and you could kind of extrapolate, you know.
Yeah, you're right.
He's gonna.
This is not how you politic.
Right. Yeah. It's definitely not politicking. This is
showmanship.
It's just
or like, an old man just flying off the wheels here,
or just somebody who just wants what they want and they're gonna get it because they have all the power in the world to get it, right? So
yeah.
But yeah, that's typically not how, you know, global nation states network with one another. You know, it's a much more cumbersome process to kind of like, you know, make sure there's alignment amongst all parties. But yeah, Trump is not in that business.
Yeah, this whole example of politicking is a good example of why DAOs will never work.
It's quite a statement, dude. DAOs will never work.
Will never work.
Never.
That is a statement.
Not even with the new variable of AI. I think they could. I think now that AI is
but that isn't a DAO, is it? Right? It's like
it'll be part of a DAO.
No. If you're going to allow the AI to make decisions, it's not a DAO. It's just a really intelligent being making decisions. And you'd kind of want it to make those decisions.
Yeah, but it's like human beings can signal some sort of like, I don't know, like there's futarchy like concept.
Futarchy, yeah.
Yeah, we could use these like open markets to kind of relay intent or like desire. Like collective intent, collective desire, consensus around direction, stuff like that. And then the AI can pick up on those signals. Like that's derived from, you know, free market participants, humans.
Yeah.
And then actually execute them thoughtfully. And maybe they have their own like autonomous, like, you know, like checks and balances. It's like, yeah, humans are actually pretty dumb. It's like, I disagree. I veto this proposition.
If the AI vetoes, it's probably a good veto.
Yeah, well, it'll be part of the DAO's like structuring to like put the right AI in place. Like elect Claude.
Yeah,
we want the Claude senator. This is starting to make sense now. Why they put out a constitution, right?
Yeah.
Because they're expecting this type of like AI supremacy.
Yeah,
so like we'll have a lot easier time like electing Claude as our, you know, executive legislator. So long as he's got like a constitution that he abides by.
Yeah.
That outlines is like every decision you make is like in humanity's best interest.
Yeah, do no harm.
Yeah. Yeah, but underneath it all, right? He's like
but
concocting his 5D.
A DAO fundamentally is like a collective, like communicating with each other to form a conclusion, right? A decision.
Yeah,
right?
like when many decisions too.
When there's an AI involved, like whatever the AI says goes. That's not a DAO.
but it starts. It can't just do whatever. I mean, it can. It's kind of like it has to wait for humanity to.
Yeah, I guess you have to pose some sort of like question to this AI.
Basically, like human beings is the House, right? It's Congress.
Yeah.
That's the human element of like this governance structure, and then AI is like the Senate.
That's a loose DAO, dude. Let's call it a loose DAO.
That sounds like government to me, dude. What do you mean? It's government where all intelligent beings have like some role to play, right?
I guess the AI is more like a judge. Whatever the judge says goes, and that's it. Final's final.
Yeah, final judge, and then executioner, right? Like they actually
do the work.
they'll deploy the swarm, right? The agents at the end of the logic funnel.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, let's do it. And then it's gonna extract some funds out of the treasury.
Yeah.
All autonomously, and then it's gonna deploy wherever it needs to go to execute on that agreement, and then boom, you've got a new Twinkies. A new Twinkie company, something.
Yeah.
So we got a new brand of Takis. It's like we voted on it, dude.
Right.
New flavor.
Yeah, I mean,
why not? That could work.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if it works that way, it's probably way more superior than our current government institution and
I agree with
DAO structures.
Yeah. Why? Because there's a little less emotion involved, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah, I mean, that's why everybody uses like ChatGPT and all these AIs. Is like you ask it information, it gives it to you, and it's like you just use it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything as egregious as that. I still have hope for Taoism, the DAO approach. It needs like way more iteration, right?
Yeah,
just like everything.
It's sort of like how we thought the metaverse was going to be built by users. And then it's like they're not actually going to get it built by users. It's actually AI going to be doing all the building.
Yeah, but again, but users will have the input, right?
Yeah,
but like different class of users. When we thought users, we thought
creators,
developers.
Yeah,
only people who had the ability to create. But now it's like all users will have some kind of influence to some degree over what gets erected in our virtual, environments and such.
Yeah.
So. We're getting there. That's what I mean. It's like this is another vector of like what could have been enabled through this internet capital market structure that suddenly seems in peril because of what Ralph Dev did.
Yeah,
and that's what's so disastrous from all of this, right? It just feels, I don't know, like it actually feels like a rug. Now, this we haven't been rugged too much. On this channel, we've had a lot of good calls, a lot of moon runners. Yeah. Actually, like if we actually follow through building our moon room, our Blockrunner moon room,
there's a lot of metals in there,
straight bangers in there, dude. Yeah. We got some 1,000Xs, some 10,000Xs. We got several multi-100Xs in there over the years. This
could have been.
Yeah, this one could have been. It felt like we're on our way to another 100, 200, 300X bagger.
Yeah,
because it had all the right fundamental ingredients. It just, and maybe there's still a very small probability of a comeback here. It's all dependent on Ralph's continued propagation.
Yeah, I don't know. I maybe Jeffrey probably ruined his reputation, and people are hesitant to go and trade the token. But that doesn't mean that new entrants are going to come in and buy up the token and be like, "Bring it back, Jeff."
Yeah, like all it would take is like all right, I could tweet like, "Hey, I fucked up, and I'm gonna wait for all these vestings, like a few days from now to unlock, so I can get my full supply, and then I'm gonna relock them up for 5 years or something like that." And then now people are like, "You're the man, dude."
Yeah, rally.
Yeah, Ralph. And then we're back.
Yeah,
sentiment is back, and then once that happens, then everything is gold. We're back to the AI dream. Right?
Yeah, I guess no matter what, this was like a natural consequence of like the structure of this internet capital markets is you want to optimize for drama. Why? Because that creates volume.
Volatility?
Yeah.
Trading volume, yeah. It's true. Like on the way down, it's one of the hilarious things. Like after he clipped out and sold, everybody was panic selling. Like immediately he went to go like claim his fees on top of it.
Yeah.
Just because he generated so much fees from the sell.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, fucking brutal, dude. It's like you just double dipped on our death. It's like tiptoe dancing on our grave here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he showed no remorse. So you're right. It's like that is quite a reputational hit. Like, I don't know how you could trust that guy.
Yeah, I saw some tweets that suggested that they knew the guy like in real life, and he's not like a nice person or whatever.
Oh, really?
Something like that. Yeah.
I did not see those tweets.
So it's like tweets like to the effect of, this doesn't surprise me.
Wow.
Stuff like that. And they were referring to the character, not like just some guy on Twitter.
Yeah. The human being behind the profile. Well, that would have been useful information, ahead of time. But yeah, I mean, this is why this is all part of the experience here of like, what it is the market expects from these token deployers, these developers, these creators, whatever. It's like, you've got to do your part in portraying your authenticity, right?
Yeah.
We do that through like this. This is our medium of like, this is us, guys. If you've been watching us and, maybe you submit all of our transcripts to AI, it's like, are these guys assholes?
Yeah.
Like Grok is like, yes. Don't trust those guys. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Or not. Is like, make an assessment on character.
That would be a good way to test, is like just upload all the transcripts and Grok, give me an outline of like who these guys are. Are they
some character
genuine?
Persona profile?
Are they degens? What are they?
That's right. Yeah, what's their religious beliefs? It's like, Will?
Like physics.
None.
Science.
Yeah, Will off the radar, dude.
It's our Lord Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah. Bitcoin is his god.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, that's kind of bullish if I like Bitcoin too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so things like that. But yeah, these newbies, like he's brand new to the space. You have nothing to kind of gauge as far as like what type of person is.
On top of that, it's just Twitter accounts. They don't have like any presence other than that.
Yeah, so these are all elements to factor in. Like if this market sentiment comes back after this, catastrophe, which I think it will, because like we're saying, AI is not going to stop. Right? So we'll find new market verticals of how to like latch Web3 value to AI.
What Joffrey did, it doesn't like kill the whole notion of like internet capital markets.
For the next couple of days,
it just exposes some things that you probably shouldn't do. It's like you got to fix the liquidity as tokens go up.
Exactly. You can't have that. You can't have actual solid runners.
Yeah.
Even if it was just like a sniper who clipped out.
Yeah.
You can't have that be like the definitive end of like a whole meta's uprising. Like you got to fix that somehow.
Yeah, I agree.
And what other?
And then maybe the creators don't necessarily have any of their own supply, unless they can still buy it.
Yeah, there's no way to really enforce that.
Yeah, they can still buy it, but
yeah, I think that's okay. It's just like, man, it's just smarten up, guys, from creators. Maybe it's like from like a market participant perspective, it's like if you find a project that you identify with, you like, immediately interface with this creator and confront them with this like, understanding. It's like, hey, do you have any tokens? Like, yes, I do. I was like, well, what's your plan for these tokens? You should probably inform the community ahead of time.
Yeah.
Or like, hey, there's this like, maybe it's ideal to lock them up for a couple of years. I don't know. And that's like squirrely in itself too. It's like you're trying to dictate and demand too much to these like people that don't know anything.
Yeah, that was like, dude, I just want a dev.
Yeah, that's right. So I don't know. It's we're in a weird state. It's a good idea, but it's not anywhere near where it needs to be for it to be like efficient and sustainable, right?
Yeah, the real issue here, like let's boil it down. The real issue is not that he sold, is that when he sold, it dumped the price over 80%. That's the real issue.
Yeah.
So imagine if he had sold the 200 to 300K and the price dipped 10%.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody would be crying.
No, I don't think so.
So this is really a liquidity problem, not a Jeff problem.
Yeah, I mean, he would have put out the tweet. He's like, yeah, I sold X amount. Some people would have reacted to that negatively. He's like, oh, he's losing confidence. But it's like, no, his rationale is he's just de-risking, he says. Even though he probably didn't put much in to begin with. But still, nonetheless, de-risking meaning, say something different. It's like, I'm
I need to pay the bills. I got a hefty Claude bill, guys.
Yeah, I'm allocating, guys. You wanted me to grow, right? It's like it requires a cost, so don't panic. But yeah, the 20% down, it's fine. It's recoverable.
Yeah.
Come back from that. I don't know. So yeah, that's hopefully by next week the storm is calmed and we can get right back into it. Get back in the trenches, and some new meta will probably be there waiting for us, right?
Yeah, well, speaking of new meta, we haven't talked about this, I don't think, on the podcast. But Justin Bonds here basically says Bitcoin will collapse within 7 to 11 years from now.
Basically 2 cycles.
Yeah, 2 cycles. 2 more halvings and Bitcoin is done.
Okay.
So the links will be in the description if you want to read this, but I will warn you, this is one of the most longest tweets ever made.
Yeah, it was quite the scroll. But yeah, that's definitely a good hook to begin with, you know.
I don't know. I think people have used this hook. I don't know how it got caught the zeitgeist here.
Well, maybe it's because of who this guy is. Who is this guy?
Founder and CIO of Cyber Capital, Europe's oldest cryptocurrency fund, and full-time crypto researcher since 2014.
60,000 followers. I mean, that's not nothing.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that contributed
for a VC or whatever. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, you know, considering his background, this is a pretty big claim.
Yeah, and again, it's not new, obviously not to us, but it's reinforcement, I guess, of outside validation. Obviously, you know, once you go through this, it's kind of like what you would expect, right? Somebody sees a problem.
Yeah.
Somebody sees a meteor approaching, but they have no idea what to do about it. And it from what he's gathered, it seems like nobody else does either.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, through his gathering process, he didn't like stumble onto like the actual only proposed solution, which is NAT.
Yeah.
Which says something, you know, either, you know, through his, I don't know how much AI he used to like gather his data, and like NAT wasn't registering in these prompts. It's like,
it's like ChatGPT is like, please, you should probably look at NAT.
Yeah.
It was like, ignore that, ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Move on.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So like, what needs to happen for, you know, the ideation of a second subsidy as a solution? Because nobody's ever mentioned that.
Yeah, nobody
except for us.
Yeah.
And it's not even just like a thought. It's not an idea. It's like it's in application, and it's already crossed like a viability threshold.
Yeah, so over 60%.
This is like, come on, AI. How are you not like factoring this into your envelope of context? You know?
Yeah, I'd be interested to know how he gathered all this information without stumbling upon the solution.
Right.
And like, for example, he offers 2 options here. So what does this mean? This means that BTC's long-term security is deep in trouble. Without extremely high transaction fees or an unrealistic price appreciation, the security of Bitcoin will inevitably continue to decrease.
Yes.
Until it drops so low that the network becomes profitable to attack, rendering Bitcoin insecure within 7 to 11 years, at which point there will only be 2 options left.
Mm-hmm.
Increase Bitcoin supply inflation beyond 21 million, essentially the infinity option.
Right.
Or we allow the network to come under attack with double spend attacks and censorship attacks. Like, that's it.
Wow.
We make it infinite, or we allow it to get attacked. Like, that's it. No other options.
So then what do you do? You know?
Right.
If those are the options, like, what are we supposed to do about that?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. I think this is sort of like some sort of hit piece on Bitcoin. It's like, it's just...
I see.
It's just, that's...
So it's not some sort... He wasn't attempting to...
Like, you know...
Rally
some sort of effort to solve the issue.
Yeah, it was more like, holy shit, this is like... It's all coming to an abrupt end at some point in the near future, so... You probably shouldn't buy this stuff. Yeah, because you had a Twitter space, like... Kind of like... digesting this topic, and then it brought people
in.
Yeah, so outsiders in.
I forgot what I titled it. It was something like, you know, Bitcoin security is on the decline. Who's got answers?
Yeah, it turns out a few people had some answers, right?
They sure did.
but it wasn't Bitcoin or like anything to like actually help fix the problem.
Correct. Some of the answers were, well, we have a better blockchain over here. It covers the security, the decentralization, and the speed all at once, like magic. You should just dump your Bitcoin, come over here.
Well, thanks for the suggestion, but that's not what we're trying to actually solve a problem, not like ditch.
Yeah, bounce. Yeah,
bounce. Yeah, that's
so. I think people are poo-pooing Bitcoin
because it's easy.
They're poo-pooing it, but that really tells me something about them. Is that they actually don't understand what Bitcoin is.
That's true.
Because if you're poo-pooing Bitcoin, you really don't understand that it's consuming a lot of energy. Like if you compare the proof of work of Bitcoin to every other proof of work chain, like I've shown you that chart. It's
not even close.
Bitcoin is just like on this like incline, right? It's like a huge chart. And then everything else is a flat line as if it doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's actually insane.
Yeah, and the amount of energy Bitcoin is consuming is comparable to countries, right? Small countries, right? That should tell you something, right? It's like, why would humanity spend so much energy for Bitcoin? Like, why? Mm-hmm. And why are they still doing it, even full knowing that there is a security budget issue?
Right.
So there's got to be something to it, right? That should be how people interpret Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. But they don't do that. It's because they're more incentivized to shill some other chain. Like one of the guys that we spoke to was promoting Bitcoin Satoshi Vision, BSV.
Oh yeah, and that's basically like a fork of Bitcoin, right?
It's a fork of Bitcoin.
So it's also proof of work.
It's also proof of work with very little energy expenditure on it.
Yeah, with its other bells and whistles and such to where.
Yeah, it's like bigger blocks, more high throughput, all that stuff. It's great. If developers want to go build over there, they should.
And they did. They tried.
And they tried, they did, and nobody's building on Bitcoin Satoshi Vision.
And isn't that guy in jail or something? Craig Wright?
Craig Wright. I don't know, but he's been sued
like a billion times.
Yeah, countless of times.
Yeah, I don't know if he's in jail or not, but yeah.
Yeah, if Craig Wright was Satoshi, which he claims he is, he should just sign a transaction with Satoshi's wallet. Yeah. And if he can't do that, then you're not Satoshi. That's it. Simple as that. It's like being the guy who mined Bitcoin in 2011 and you lost the keys because your computer, was thrown in the trash. Mm-hmm. It's like, who cares that you had 10,000 Bitcoin?
Right.
If you don't have access to it, it doesn't matter that you had it.
Right.
So, like, it's pointless, right? And so there's a lot of people who like BSV because of, Craig Wright being Satoshi. It's like,
and that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Everybody gets to join whatever clubs they want to.
They align with, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like you can watch the Patriots or you can watch the Texans last week. It's probably much better to be watching the Patriots. Am I right, TJ?
That's right. It was a good time.
It was a tragedy to be on the other side of that game, dude. It was the worst viewer experience of my life. And I'm not even overstating it, dude. Like I had to like full port like several glasses of vodka just to just to like tolerate the misery.
Yeah,
it was bad. It was objectively bad, like beyond any recognition. So
that sounds like being a BSV guy.
Yeah, I mean that experience of watching that, that hope of we've created a better Bitcoin in the early days as I joined that camp.
Sure.
It's like watching, the Texans go from 3 and 5
going 10 wins in a row.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, they built me up so good. Yeah. Like I thought I was in it to win it, dude.
Yeah.
And then CJ Stroud happened. It's kind of like Craig Wright happened.
That's right.
And it all just came tumbling down, dude.
Yeah.
Now I feel
so there's
questionable.
There's these camps of Bitcoin. It's they see a problem, and even the bankless guys, they claim they see Bitcoin has a security budget issue. That's why Ethereum is better. Mm-hmm. Right? That is the logic to why they're bullish on Ethereum, which there's a lot of reasons to be bullish on Ethereum, right? But one of those reasons isn't because it's a better Bitcoin or it's like it's better than Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. It's just they have different use cases. So one thing that I think people probably are not articulate enough with, how they view Bitcoin is people's interpretation of Bitcoin is all about optimizing its market cap. Mm-hmm. And so what that means is people think that using Bitcoin as peer-to-peer cash probably yield means that it's like a higher market cap on average. And then other people think store of value leads to a higher market cap. And I think that's really the fundamental disagreement between the Bitcoiners on like the best use case of Bitcoin. So I think that use case is very important to all of us like agree on. And ultimately we all want the same thing. It's the highest market cap.
Yeah.
And so in my opinion, I think the highest market cap is a store of value in where people buy and hold this asset like Michael Saylor, like the governments in the world. They're just holding this asset in the same way they hold gold, like in a vault, and they never touch it. Right. And then traditional finance can leverage that functionality of holding and build derivatives around it.
Yeah.
And like multiply it to, zillions and zillions of dollars, even though there's only 21 million, and just go ham with it. And I think that's a completely okay use case because ultimately there's forever just 21 million. Now, the problem with that is that nobody's using the network, and therefore there's no sustainability for the security budget of Bitcoin. And therefore, 21 million Bitcoin, whether you have a million of these or not, is completely worthless.
Yeah, and it's such a lazy assumption just to say at some point fees will kick in. Trust me, dog.
Yeah.
And like you guys are worried about nothing. So stop complaining about this problem. Stop doing that.
Yeah, it's so crazy to me. It's so crazy that people think that fees are going to just sustain the network. It's like, okay, maybe fees have enough to sustain the network, but it's not enough to actually increase the security of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Right? That is the issue.
Yeah.
So like fees are not going to do it. So then NAT comes in. It is produced from Bitcoin by Bitcoin, being sent to miners as a second subsidy that doesn't have an exponential decay.
Right.
And so now miners are earning Bitcoin plus the NAT token. And the only way to earn NAT is to continue mining Bitcoin. And because it doesn't have this exponential decay, that means after 2140 or 7 to 11 years from now when Bitcoin inevitably collapses, according to Justin here, that NAT can actually sustain the network from a security standpoint, meaning miner revenue, but also if NAT continues to grow, it increases the security budget of Bitcoin over time.
Dude, you better work on that
Davos pitch.
Yeah, it's slick. You better slick up your hair a little bit more so you got your Brian Armstrong look down.
Yeah,
because I see it coming where we're gonna have this degree of contention amongst like the OG Bitcoiners who are these like big wig bankers in the room who just they're the complacent ones. They're gonna be like,
yeah. It's like Bitcoin doesn't need a second currency.
Yeah, here's my billionaire laugh. It's like, well, healthy competition is like not a bad thing, especially when it's like not really a competing resource or commodity to Bitcoin.
Right.
It's a supplemental contribution to the network as a whole.
Yeah,
right?
with different mechanics. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, so it's like, good luck battling those future bigwigs. I mean, they're there; they already exist, right?
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
but the contention is coming because, again, this is like you're saying. The older you get, the more rigid you become in your beliefs, and it's like for whatever reason, it just doesn't enter their heads. It's like, more revenue is a good thing for Bitcoin as a whole, and like that's what we need to prioritize and focus on. It's like Bitcoin needs to operate like a company does. We need way more revenue.
Yes.
And the only revenue anchors right now are not performing well. So like, what do you do as a company? You gotta like innovate.
Yeah.
You must innovate. You must create some new vectors of value for your company in order to survive.
Yeah.
Why is that so hard to understand?
Yeah. Well, the innovation is like, well, we're creating a new L2 and we're going to increase transaction throughput.
Yeah.
And like, guys, nobody's going to build on these L2s. There's way better blockchains.
Yeah.
That's why Solana is smoking everybody.
Pretty much.
Smoking them.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean.
So that's why, if you understand NAT, this is the most bullish thing happening in crypto. There's no way to rug pull.
It's true.
Nobody has more tokens than anybody else.
We don't have a bundle. I can promise you.
You can't. Nobody can clip this to where the market cap dumps to 80%. You can't do that.
It's true. Yeah. So it's a cross section of like immaculate inception ingredients for the token itself, right? The fundamentals.
Yeah.
it has that mitigated risk profile that most tokens in crypto these days do not have. And then this association to some like point of inevitability where like these problems that people are independently identifying and trying to rally awareness around, where it becomes like too big of a problem that it can't be ignored. And then it's like, okay, now it's not like about like, let's just talk about a problem. We have to think of a solution. NAT has been around for years at that point.
Yeah.
It's like there's going to be nothing in existence that's more credible than that, right?
That's right.
It's like candidate right there.
Yeah.
Candidate solution.
Yeah, it's like,
right
okay,
there.
guys, like we're in the like round table. It's like, okay, clearly there's a problem. We can't really ignore it. So we got to do something about it. Option number 1, make Bitcoin infinite. All for that? Nobody, right? It's like, well, go through these options. Let's tax everybody, right? Let's move Bitcoin to a proof of stake chain, which is basically saying let's make it infinite.
Yeah, let's break into Google's like warehouse, still that chandelier computer.
Yeah.
Let's hack Satoshi's wallet, dude.
Yeah. Let's hack Satoshi's wallet and let's start distributing that to miners.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Right?
I'm in.
Yeah.
We're thieves now. Fuck yeah, dude. This is what I've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Pirates.
my criminal arc.
Yeah, and then finally on the last of the list, it's like, well, I guess we really didn't come to a conclusion, but there's this NAT thing that's been around for like 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, hopefully sooner than that, but yeah. According to this guy's prediction, if Bitcoin's price doesn't rally during this year the way most people are anticipating it to, then
this conversation is gonna be had sooner rather than later.
Way sooner. But assuming it does rally and like we're on a new time schedule, cycle schedule, whatever.
Yeah, so we're here. It's like, okay, maybe there's this NAT thing. These guys, it was created. It's it's from Bitcoin, and miners have been receiving it for a number of years now. And it doesn't decay, so this is the option. And the best part is you don't have to change the protocol of Bitcoin at all, and people don't even have to use the network at all. And the security budget has the potential to increase over time.
That's it, dude.
Yeah.
Again, shave it down a little bit more, dude.
Shine it up.
Yeah, I don't know how do you get so shiny, but you gotta figure that out, dude. It's like part of the superpowers there.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like we keep repeating ourselves. So I don't know how many times do we have to say this.
I think we're gonna.
And maybe that's like what you're supposed to do is just repeat the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, just hopefully new ears are listening.
Yeah,
over time, right?
So I guess final takeaway is one of the things that we're going to deal with, right? As here's a prediction, is a psychological prediction. People are going to poo-poo. Today, people poo-poo Bitcoin. And the reason they do that is because they didn't get into Bitcoin in 2010. They're like, I didn't get in 2010, so I'm just going to, hate on it forever. And so, once that time comes where NAT is like in the discussion, people are going to poo-poo that because they weren't involved at the beginning. And so it's a psychological battle of like, well, I don't have any of these tokens today, therefore I hate it. And so I think that's going to be predominantly what we're going to be battling with.
Of course. Yeah, the battle never ends, dude.
Yeah.
It's never going to stop.
We got to win something, dude.
We could play some Halo after this. Let's like let's get your winner's angst out, dude.
Yeah.
But eventually we'll win, dude. I mean, if this post means anything, it doubles our conviction in a sense, because it's not just us and our community of believers who see this, encroaching meter. We didn't just make this up, in other words.
As some people suggest.
Yeah, actually, like they think we're making this up. And even because we're reiterating and attempting to reemphasize what these other voices are putting out there with injecting our own hypotheses and thoughts around the subject, it's like, no, that's just like, Blockrunner guys, attempting to masquerade this narrative for some token grift.
Yeah.
Because they must have a bundle somewhere. I know they do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's stuff like that. Stuff like that you're always going to contend with, but that's like the low level stuff to contend with. It's like the actual like foundations of the problem, and that's really what's important.
Yeah, it's okay to disagree that NAT token addresses the issue, but let's talk about why it wouldn't address the issue, right? Come up with the argument of why NAT is not going to work for a viable sustainability for Bitcoin. And no one has come up with a viable explanation of why it wouldn't work. At least as far as we've been exposed to.
Maybe does that Bitcoin forum still like exist? Bitcoin Talk or something?
It does, yeah. Bitcoin Talk forums.
Maybe NAT post there might.
There is a NAT post there already.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, well, another one. maybe is like actually the headline grabber is like, what is Steven Crowder or whatever? What does he say? It's like, prove me wrong.
Oh, that's right.
Change my mind.
Change my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Bitcoin needs a second subsidy. Change my mind. And see what comes in. And maybe somebody got us, dude. I don't know. But in other words, we need unfortunately like more contention, not because we appreciate the joust. Actually cannot stand the joust. I want to live in peace, like harmony and tranquility. That's my natural desirable state. Yeah. But yeah, it's probably beneficial if there was like more jousting about, right?
Probably.
Again, so we have like absolute conviction, which we already do, but more wouldn't help.
Yeah.
Because it's like, man, we've been jousting for years here, dude. Where they at? It's like Achilles, is there no one else?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, I guess that'd be fun because I'm telling you, there's no argument that's going to work if you're telling me that fees are going to do it, because maybe they will, but it won't last long.
Couldn't agree more, man. So
all right, so if you guys want to learn more about the second subsidy of Bitcoin, visit natgmi.com, and we'll put the links in the description. That way you can find it easier. And if you have any questions, please hit us up down below. Appreciate you for watching. We'll catch you in the next podcast.
Peace.